Hey.
Howdy.
How are you?
How you doing? I'm Brian.
And I'm Millie.
And welcome to Honestly Hypocritical.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Didn't think we're gonna do two
Make
episodes,
it
did
again. Whoa, didn't think we'd ever come back. Okay, drinks of the day, and I say that in form of many. I have a little matcha latte, homemade.
I have a little oat milk.
I wasn't a fan of
lavender
this
latte.
drink. We were just talking about this.
And I have a little raspberry tea, aka
fruit punch. AKA diet fruit punch. But, you know, pretty much raspberry tea in my opinion.
I know.
And a little crunchy ice.
So good.
Okay. So today, we are going to be talking about... Wait.
No, this is good.
Okay. Wait, I'm nervous again. I thought I was going to be nervous this time.
I feel great.
I feel good. We feel good. We Gucci.
Oh, thank you for everyone watching the podcast.
True.
Anyways, okay.
Warming our little hearts.
Warming our little cold hearts.
Should we start with album of the day?
Sure.
Or of the what we've been listening to recently?
Yeah. Let me get my thing out.
I know. Okay. So I did start listening to Taylor's new album. I'm a big fan of Florida. And what was the Tortured Poets Department. There was a lot of songs I really liked.
Mm-hmm.
I do think she has like a very her vibe that sometimes can like blend together, but like I still eat it up. Like there, I know, and she's a poet, so she's a poet and she knows it.
So true.
Oh, Chapel too.
Chapel Roan has been like, our whole friend group has been like, it's so like I just like this resurgence of like good pop music, like some like it's so good.
A good jam, a good Pink Pony Club.
A good Pink Pony Club has been on
I know.
Everyone's brain as of recently. But I've also, since Cowboy Carter, because we filmed this when Cowboy Carter came out.
The day of? Huh?
Yeah,
or like the day after?
Yeah, I think it was like that.
Wait, that feels like a long time ago. But I also feel like we literally just filmed an episode.
Yeah, but I, from then, have gotten the record on vinyl, and have been having a Beyonce resurgence. So I went, and I, of course, like, have listened to like the Lemonades. I've listened to most of Beyonce's discography. But I haven't listened to, what's it called? Everything Is Love by the Carters, because I was like, that was like the big.
Haven't listened to that.
It's like 6 songs, really good. It's really cool. Like, it's really cool to just like, I don't know, like, what a like fire way to be like, we're back at it. Like, yes, we've had issues, but like we're still in love. I think it's so sick. I've also have been loving a good what have I been? I've been listening to a lot of singles. A lot of singles have been dropping. Really? Like Sabrina Carpenter had a single.
She dropped a single?
I
feel very out of the... yes.
Laura dropped a single. This really cool artist named Eller Ward. She does a bunch of like folk covers of songs.
She's the one who did all the Sondheim. Yeah.
And she released an original. It was really good. But yeah,
she has such an interesting voice.
It's so cool. And then my most recent I listened to is called Bismillah by Peter Capricorn & Co. It's a really solid album.
Oh yes, you told me to listen to that. I still haven't gotten around to it. We've had a bit of a busy week. We had our 3-show thing this week, and it was like back to back. It was so fun though, because it was like we got to like go see each other right afterwards. And
I know, it was really cool.
It was a good experience.
It was
something
really sick.
Different than I've ever done.
Yeah, definitely. And I also like, we did it. So our school. Oh my god.
We were like, we're not gonna cut down the school talk.
And then we can talk about the actual.
It's okay. We're literally there 9 to 5.
Yeah.
No.
Most
9
of our,
to 9.
Most of our lives. No. 8:30 to 9. Green. For you, like 8:35. For you, it would be 9. But for the people coming on time, it's 8:30. But we did it in a black box, like thrust kind of situation, so it was so cool because we did like the audience was on our theater. Anyways, but let's get to the theme. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about being realistic and how we can be too realistic sometimes, but not realistic enough. But also sometimes being too idealistic and kind of takes you out of reality. Well, that was too many istics in one sentence, but I mean, ain't that the damn truth? Yeah. Okay. Wait. What kind of brought this up? So we were just rambling about like past failed attempts of love in our lives, and we've talked about how, like, I think the most successful times where we've, like, detached from it, and not even detached, but kind of just, like, let it be, is when,
let it die, let it shrivel up and die.
When we, like, got the gnome, when we, like, made, not a move.
The gnome?
We got the no. The no is the no entrance.
When we got the gnome, we were past the gnome, we were like, oh, it's our time.
Yeah.
He has arrived.
And then I went,
he has risen.
Yeah, she has risen. No. When we got the no from the individual that the feeling ain't mutual. When we weren't playing the same game of chess.
Oh.
Are the most successful times where we've, like, had a healthy friendship, or, like, ourselves were like, okay, moving on, is when we were just like, okay, like,
yeah,
that's my cue,
and haven't, like, tried to continue it to a point where it's like, this isn't serving me anymore.
Exactly. And this goes for, like, honestly, so
friendships
like,
too,
friendships,
like, not just
school,
romantic.
like just like
anything in your life where
auditioning
you've been
for stuff, like.
But then when we get into that kind of aspect of, like, being rejected from something, it's like, okay, but you still have to carry that optimism of it's
next
not
time,
actually in any of these. Yeah, it's not like you shouldn't ever lose hope. See, this is more of a question than we're not
we haven't figured
answers.
it out yet.
We're like,
I think it's situational where it's like you have to realize that situation. You have to let go of that situation, but still hold hope for other similar situations. It's like, you can't speak in such generality. Like, you can't, like, I find when you speak in, like, always or never, or, like, something that's so finite that it's, like, you close yourself up for so much opportunities, and, like, you don't lead space for possibility.
Yeah, and that's a big thing with being very realistic to us, is, like, how can you continue that, like, that guard on yourself, making sure that you're maintaining all this, like, all this good that you've done for yourself, which was what we were talking about last episode, without losing that hope and that, like, just, that openness of, like, letting those types of things into your life, letting new things come into your life. And it's, like, I feel like, especially when we're in, like, a space where we're with the same people for a long period of time, like, we don't necessarily have the opportunity to go out and kind of, like, I don't want to say force, like, new things in our life, but, like, really, like, kind of venture out and, like, be in a place where that's, like, very, like, common and, like,
there's, like, there's not a huge pool of people for us to bump into.
Yeah, and
like,
it's also,
like,
outfit, that's not necessarily fulfilling at this point to go around our school and, like, try and find a new because it's, like, it is at a point where it's, like, we have a lot of people that we know and really love.
And I think there's something to say that, like, I've always appreciated and I value, and I think everyone should have a small group that's, like, tight. And I think a lot of people who have, like, a lot of friends, but then when super close with, end up, it's kind of hard to navigate that.
It's also hard to rely on somebody else for
when you're not super close with someone and, like, you have so many different friends. It's like that's hard to. Yeah.
I've dealt with that before. I definitely, when I was younger, I definitely had, like, I had, like, a couple, like, literally a couple, like, one or two people who I was very close with. But I was just kind of like, sure, like, I'll be friends with anybody.
Because it's exciting. Like, when I think, especially freshman year, like, I was, like, collecting friends, like, Pokemon cards, dude. Because it was exciting, like, I also feel like everyone's also in the mindset of, like, I need to make friends that are going to last 4 years of high school, and we're going to get, like,
married. That was also the first year after COVID. So I think our freshman year, it was, like, it wasn't just freshmen, it was, like, everybody was like, let me go find people.
Unsocialized, like, children roaming the halls. Like,
we were pumped. We were, like, down. And I think that was a very... Honestly, I think that was a great experience.
I agree.
It definitely caused some, like, tiffs here and there because, we were jumping into, like, meeting a lot of new people and didn't really know who, but...
Especially, our generation, one week you meet someone, the next person you're like dying for them. Like I think our generation, we make friends so quickly, and we get close so like I've like gone through cycles where I've been, and this is like kind of also I don't know. It's like a weird situation where it's like I've gone through cycles where I've been like so close with someone, and now we just like roam the halls and I'm like, hey girl.
Yeah, which I don't necessarily think that's like, I feel like that's a pretty universal experience with like losing. I just think it happens so fast with us.
For us, yeah.
Which is like, not necessarily for us in particular, but like with our generation, like that is definitely.
Because I see that with other people, like even when I'm like, oh, like when I know someone, like not acquaintances but friends with someone, and I'm like, for like a month I've seen them with this one person, and then like I talk to them like the month later, I'm like, oh, where's blah blah blah, and they're like, oh, we're not like that close anymore. I'm like, oh, that's like
oh, what happened to last week? I do think that like free optimism of just like letting anybody into your life, and like I think we were very like, there's definitely
open.
Yeah, and like obviously there's a certain like type of person who you just like tend to fall towards that you're like interested in as a human being, but like I think we are very open with letting different people into our life who maybe we wouldn't have like gravitated towards on a normal like basis.
It's like we're just like grasping at like like it's like a good thing, like not in a negative way. I feel like
it wasn't
it's just an exciting experience.
Desperate in like at that time.
I
think
totally
it was
agree.
Just like, but I also
Searching
think our
things.
intuition was good. Like I think most of the people that we like connected with in the beginning of our high school time are the people that we're still very close with.
Yeah, I fully agree.
Yeah, I don't think I think it was a good openness and a good optimism to be carrying with us. But I think what we have learned since then is that realism and that like being aware of like what we value and what we look for in a relationship. And it's hard to balance which one to. Obviously it's never one or the other, but it's like
fine. I think it's so hard because there's like the middle is never the correct. I feel like sometimes you have to like go to either or side, and it's like and also it's hard because they both have such pros and cons. Like with I think being more realistic, you definitely close yourself off from getting hurt more often. I think that's a huge pro of realism, is that like you can cut yourself off from feeling hurt, but that's because you cut yourself off from feeling anything, period. Like that's the like you don't get to experience the fun side of like the positive of not feeling sad. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely like the good and evil thing where it's like you have to feel sadness to feel happiness.
Yeah. We have a friend who is very good at keeping herself open to opportunity and open to meeting new people and like talking to people, but is also a pretty reserved person. Like I wouldn't say they go around like telling their personal information very is very
so true.
Yeah. Okay.
She's like the master pro of navigating that.
Yeah, because I've never seen her
that's
be
a
like,
really good example.
oh, like I'm just not gonna like, even with people in her life like who have maybe like done funky stuff, like she's still like, hey, like I don't mind like talking to them. Like talking to a person doesn't commit me to
a friendship or relationship.
And I think her emotions, and you know, I'm sure this has come from years of trial and error, but I feel like her emotions are very not tied to whether or not, or like her self-value is not very tied to who she is hanging out with, which I think is great in romantic relationships too, because it's like if you go around being like, if you're at a place in your life where your self-value and your emotion is your emotions change every minute of the day. Like that's not something as controllable. But your self-value, if that's gonna change that vastly based on one person's point of view, I would say that's not a point where you'd want to be in a relationship, because of how much you have to bond. Not have to, but like, I mean, if you're with someone in that way, for
a sustainable relationship, I think You have, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the whole kind of point is to bond with someone that much where so many aspects of your life are enhancing each other and not like you know. Okay, wait. I took the quiz thing for Nectar. Have you ever watched Nectar?
I have
videos?
watched it. But I haven't done the quiz.
They have like a
Should I do it?
love print quiz, and it's the coolest thing ever. Not even like the coolest thing ever, ever in the world. No. It was really cool because it's. Oh, is this crook? No. Are we off?
That was good. No.
Oh my god, also, I think we should name this wizard because he's part of the family.
Alfred, I like his name.
Alfred? Okay. This is Alfred. Wait, mine did not ask me that. He's taking the quiz now. Wait, mine... Oh, I got the app.
No, I'm just doing this.
Okay,
Keep going as you talk about
anyway.
it because I'm going to take it and then I'll start my
Yeah, I forget how long mine took. But it was so accurate and it tells you so much about like the specific aspects of like what you value in a relationship. And I think friendship too. Like it is mainly focused
I can confirm it's about friendship too.
What does it say?
It's like how like it deals with like sharing your emotions and stuff like that. Like
and
how
like how guarded you are. What was mine? Let me tell you what mine was. I was AIPO, which is active. Wait, does it tell me? Hold up. Active and I person.
Oh, word.
Physical, open.
Maybe does it give you a definition of what that means?
Oh yeah, I can talk about it. Active is like how you. I think it was like how you deal with. Not deal. Yeah, conflict and issue. It's like. Are you what's it called? Oh, it's also like, are you gonna like
docile or like,
talk about all your emotions?
Yeah, it's like, are you active or like how I feel this way? Why do you feel that way? That kind of thing. Like,
yeah,
which is very
definitely
you.
me.
yeah.
Like I don't want I feel like
you feel tension. You're like, let's talk about it.
I'm like, I will not let that be in the air.
Yeah,
versus
which I like appreciate because I'm so bad at confrontation. I'm terrible at confrontation. I'll like be like, I've done this to so many people where it's like. So, and they're like
versus I'm literally like, are you mad at me?
Yeah, no, are they mad at me because I walked over and they say hi and I'm just like, where did they don't like me anymore and like did I do something wrong? I get so anxious that first
that's the only way I can deal with my anxiety is just being like blah, blah, blah,
I let
blah.
it fester. I have a constant feeling. I have a constant fear and dread that Evil Brian came out without me knowing, and I totally messed someone over, screwed someone over, and did a terrible thing to them, and I just never knew about it, and that I don't know, because I just get so anxious that I did something terrible, and everyone's mad at me.
No.
When someone because okay, this is a very common thing. Making group chats, you forget the most obvious person. I'll make whenever that happens to me, I'm always like, oh, so I'm banned from the group.
I was kicked out.
No, I was kicked out. I really
the amount of times I forgot to put Clem in a group chat.
I'm like, oh, so I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna sit at lunch with them today. I have to figure out who I'm gonna sit with. I think I can sit with this person. I'm just but they're kind of close. I think I'm just going. I'll just sit at my teacher's class. I have to just not do that. I just get so dreadful. Anyways, talk about your love print.
Oh yeah, an I person is whether or not in a relationship.
Am I presently able to devote time to working in your relationship?
I said that. I was like, yeah.
I said,
oh, maybe not.
I said, someone disagree. Because I feel I could if I put effort into it, but
But also, do I actually have the?
I'm balancing work, peace, and love. I'm girl, there's an unbalance in this work.
Peace, and love.
That wasn't in the equation, girl. That's an algebra too. That was not in the equation.
You were not in the equation.
I think I did go in the retake.
I didn't take it.
And maybe that was a blessing in disguise.
Anyway, an I person is so it's I versus we, and we is we. It was mostly talking about in a relationship, but do you also always need to be doing something with the person, or do you value your independence within a relationship? And I very much so believe that if you don't have time to focus on yourself, because just because you get in a relationship does not mean you should lose any aspect of yourself. And
I feel like it's... I totally get that. Like, it's like...
I think you almost need to focus more
on yourself. Because it's like... Well, like, I mean, I've never been in a relationship before, but from what I understand and what I, like, have gotten from, like, friends who experienced it, or, like, from what I ideally want in a relationship, is that, like, I think it's more about, like, adding to each other. And, like, it's, like, I think platonic love is like, underrated in so many different ways, but I think there is something to say that, like, relationship is, like, it's a different kind of love. It's, like, the most, like, animal,
it
primal...
incorporates more aspects of your life than what a platonic relationship is.
Yeah.
Which just obviously takes... It doesn't take more out of you, but it...
It takes more work. I think there's more
time, for sure.
I think there's a lot more expectations in relationships.
Yeah. Which I think that was why I was, like, this quiz was like, oh, this is, like, cool, because it kind of, like, on paper is like, oh, this is what I want. And I was reading it, and sometimes there were ones where I was like, oh, this is not, like, I don't actually, like, think that's very true. And I would, like, redo it and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But it's, like, it's very helpful to... Because, I mean, I think about... Did it tell you what yours is?
No, I'm, like... These questions are really good because I think they're so, like... Like, the one I'm on right now is I prefer to process my own feelings on my own. And I'm, like, yes, and love to talk about it with my friends.
Yeah.
That's so hard for me. Because I like
on that one, I was, like... I didn't know what to put. Because it was, like,
I'm so in the middle.
I think I do process them on my own, but... I do talk, like, I feel like I talk through my emotions.
I think I process and talk through, and, like, that's my final stage. It's like, I know how I feel. I feel like I never go, well, that's not true.
Maybe I think about it myself afterwards.
How loud is your, like, inner brain? Like, your, like, inner dialogue? Because mine's so loud.
When I'm by myself, very loud.
Mine's always on. Mine is always on.
Oh, really? I think, I don't shut it out when I'm with other people, but I think I very much so, like... in order to be present, need to let that go a little.
And the one thing about me, girl, I'm never present.
I was just talking about how yesterday I realized that I was very present yesterday, and that was, like, kind of a good thing for me.
I think it's live music.
Live music.
Whenever I go to Battlelands, I'm always really present.
Yeah. Because it's easy to sink into that and let other things go. Because I think when there's something to focus on, it's easier to be present for me. If I'm just, like, sitting there, like, meditation, without, like, a guided thing, I'm like, so, what am I going to eat for dinner? Like, oh, what work do I have to do?
Me always thinking about dinner. That's one thing.
When I always am thinking about the next meal. Should we let you take this quiz and, like, cut to that part, to when you're done?
Should we?
Yeah, okay.
Back at it.
Oh, okay.
I have my person. My color is lavender.
Oh wait, yeah. What is yours?
And your lavender.
Oh,
haze.
wait. We should compare ours. I feel like they're.
Really that's different. Good. Okay, so I'm an R. Oh, so different.
We only have I person as the same thing.
So I'm an R-I-E. I have a reg.
I'm a rag. One of the rags. Oh, it's really far away.
I'm gonna say my first. Okay, I'm gonna say my color. You say your color.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Lavender.
Green.
Oh, okay, cute.
Wait, mine's...
Wait, why do we have a color, though? That makes no sense.
Mine's willow. I don't know, it's just like the vibe of it.
My aura?
My aura is green. I think my aura is green, actually. Or like blue.
Whoa, I am so in the middle of communication, though. I am so close in the middle between reflective and active. And I'm like
so active, it's crazy.
I am, you know what's funny? I am so I'm like in I am so Like.
Wait, I want to find that on mine too, because I think I can still.
My love print is a 6? What does that mean?
What?
I have a 6 love print.
Oh, I think does it have a number?
You're prioritizing making connections with people. I think that's very accurate for me. This is so cool. I'm taking a nap.
Yeah, isn't it cool? Okay, wait. And then I person, you're emotional, not physical.
Sorry, hon. Face ID unlocked. Face card. No cash or credit. Sorry. Wait, like that?
Mhm. Yeah, emotional, right? That's what.
I'm cool. I'm guarded, Millie.
Yeah,
I'm emotional. Oh, you're physical.
I hate mine was like in the middle, but it's like there.
I'm like pretty in the middle. I feel like.
Yeah, it was like there, but on the other side.
Okay, I'm a reflective.
Wait, were you open or no? You said you're guarded, huh?
I'm so guarded. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I am so not open. I'm quite.
No,
guarded.
you're open to an extent though, but I don't know.
But I think I'm quite guarded.
Yeah.
I think
you are.
I try to be open. I'm open.
You're open about like facts, but like.
But with my personal feelings, let's just say she's locked and she's in chains.
When we're talking about our feelings on the podcast, and we're like so guarded.
So, I think I'm guarded with like yeah.
About like personal,
anyways,
personal stuff.
So I'm a reflective. Let's like read out our things. Okay.
Oh, mine doesn't have that.
Also, Nectar sponsored. Just kidding. You're a reflective communicator. You need space and time alone to process your thoughts and feelings when you're in a disagreement. You don't want to just react. I'm definitely that's something I work on so much. You want to intentionally respond, so you take some time to think. No big deal. You got to feel everything out before you can figure out what you really mean to say. That's so true. But then I think too much and I never get to say it. So I have to like think through it and I never say it. Because then after that, like, it's fine.
I'm like thinking about it so much, and then I'm like, wait, no, let me just get it out. And
no,
then
I resolve conflict within my own brain. Like I'm an I. Okay, this is
person. Oh yeah,
this is how we relate. Okay, you believe nobody completes anyone. Oh, so true. You have your own interests, hobbies, and friends, and you might like to keep all of that or some of that separate, even when you're together. Being in a partnership doesn't mean you stopping who you are.
Are we in the same spot? Oh, where's your... I want to see this.
Pretty damn close.
Like pretty much. I think it's like literally the same.
Same thing. Good to see you. Yeah.
I am so sorry. We don't mean to leave you out.
Should we screenshot it? Just screenshot so I can like put it on the screen.
Yeah, we probably won't do that.
I think that's so true. I think that's like realism. It's like I want like to tie it back to the theme like. I don't want to change who I am to fit in a relationship. Like I also think that like.
But I think it's easy to fall into that trap.
Oh, so true.
Subconsciously, like I will
friendships. Like I think the difference is that like. There's something I never been in a relationship, so I can't put my finger on it, but there's something different between a relationship and a friendship that doesn't make sense. Cause like we spend so much time with each other with our friends, and like we've slowly morphed to the same person. Like I think we're all like, obviously we're so different.
I think that happens in a relationship too, though.
Oh, for sure. Like there's like certain relationships, and I think it's so adorable.
I'm done, but I can't put it over my head because then I'll get ice on me.
But I think that's so cute when they become the same person. But I also think
to an extent
when it's, but also I don't know. I get the like. Icky when it's like a girl and a guy and they're like the same.
When it's a girl and a guy, that's it for me. Sips the tea. Oh, we said that last time, huh, too.
Sips the diet fruit punch. I wish I got the cider, girl. I'm gonna go back and get the cider after this.
The diet fruit punch isn't doing yet?
No. The audio listeners are like, what is happening?
Like, what are they laughing about? Oh yeah, I forgot that people are gonna... Okay, wait, we're actually gonna put it on Spotify this time. I know we said that last time.
It's on, right? Yeah, it's on. I get so nervous.
That would be really sad. Oh, yes, okay. Oh, yes. What were we just saying? I actually have such a bad memory.
People, like, realism. And, like, people turning into the same person they're dating.
Oh, yes. It's... You don't want to cut yourself off from letting yourself, like, blend and, like, letting yourself, like, have that connection with people where it's, like, it is so deep that maybe it, like, you do develop new, like, aspects of you from them. But also, I think sometimes that doesn't come from a genuine place. And sometimes that comes from a place of wanting to make something work so badly that you let yourself lose parts of you, not gain parts of you.
So true. I think relationships should always be, like, adding and not taking away. Yeah. I think that's, like, when you take away, like, who you are, that's the issue. I think that's when it becomes icky. When, like, couples be like morph into one each other when it's like they're not adding like characteristics, they're like taking away like the light in someone or like making someone a different person. I think that's like where
which I think can happen a lot, especially when it like might be nearing like either
a toxic stage or like
yeah.
or like I don't know, I think, or like picking up like bad coping techniques or bad like habits like that.
Or if you just really want something to work, like your body will subconsciously let.
I think that's like a huge thing about like being idealistic and like trying to like get a suitor for like
find a suitor.
Yeah, for like
find a mate.
Find a mate is like, I think, and this is so like I've done this, like this is not, I am such a victim to this, of like you subconsciously change who you are, change who you are, you change who you are, and then you like are like, and then oh my god, we're so alike, like you're like,
I know,
and you're like, and it's like because
the amount of times that I've done that, where okay, maybe not the amount of times, but multiple times I've like looked back on conversations I've had with guys where it was like I was like, wow,
I love
like,
Weezer.
I'm so happy you think like that. Oh, literally, I love Weezer. I'm so happy that you think like
Drake
that.
Drake is
like,
so good. Like,
okay, maybe not that. Actually, wait, I like Drake. Do you not like Drake? Let's back into the music conversation real quick. Are you not a Drake fan?
I haven't listened to no. I'll listen to Drake.
True. Yeah. I should re-listen. I feel like I used to like listen to him a little bit more than I do.
You were a Drake girl in freshman year.
Was I?
You went to like a white girl public school. Every white girl was a Drake girl in public school.
A little bit of a Drake girl.
Like,
I wouldn't say I was
I feel like
I wasn't the number one fan. Like I knew like 3 songs.
I feel like as a Drake girl, I don't know why. I don't know her.
Oh yes!
Yeah, I knew it.
Yes.
Is she actually?
The way you pronounced that with your mouth, I was like, what are you saying? Idiot cat.
Wait, this is for Maisie. This is for Maisie. Let's see. Okay, Maisie, text us if you see that, because that'll be the decider if Maisie watches the podcast.
She actually sees it.
Maisie, text me this emoji if you watch the podcast.
Anyway, back to us actually talking and not just laughing for 5 minutes, because this is serious business.
Cut. I'm like, no one's gonna get that. It's just for us. I miss when people watch good television. Like, I miss like when like Twilight was a thing. Like you know what I'm saying?
Weren't we like babies?
No, yes, but like, I miss a good saga series.
I don't know why this word saga gets me every time.
Maisie
said that in the show too, and I'm like, oh.
I think of Wings Club when I think of saga because of the Fate. I don't know why. I think of Fate.
I think
that was such a good TV show. Fate was so good. I love a good whimsical live action.
Yeah, honestly.
Give me a bad whimsical live action, I am like.
Oh, hello. Who could it be? A package?
I've got a package.
Okay, anyway, we need to get back to our conversation. Oh, how we can manifest things into our life on accident.
Oh, yes,
and often negatively.
I think it's not even, yes, manifestation, but I also think it's like, if you're actively cutting yourself off from something, Queen, you're not gonna get it. Like, that's just obvious.
Yeah.
Like, because even if, if you have the impression of, like, for example, like, I am never gonna find love, I am loveless, I hate everyone, you're gonna navigate your life through that lens, and when someone is, like, trying to make a move on you, or someone's, like, trying to become friends with you, you don't see it, because you're not focused on that. You're not open to the possibility. And likewise, I think if you're focused on one person, being like, I want you, please take me, you're not gonna let it's like in Tall Girl when she wanted
what?
it's just we got it. Okay, sorry.
No, go ahead with your Tall Girl reference. Maybe they'll get it.
Like in Tall Girl, where Jodie wanted a tall man, and then she didn't see the short king wanting to give her love on the sidelines, and then once she got away from the tall guy, she like found the short king wanting to give her love.
We love a short king.
that.
Sips tea. Anyway.
Manifestation.
So let me manifest something for us. No, sorry, I'm like losing.
Let me manifest virality on 1,000K views.
Oh, and I feel like, did we already talk? No, we didn't talk about this. It's like important to keep yourself in that mindset of like, oh, like I'm open to something, like I'm down for anything. But I think that also if you don't have any like direction but also you have to kind of let go of it. Like you have to let it see, this is like why I'm so confused. Like
it's like a sailor at ship. You have to control the
What are these metaphors?
No, but they're good, trust. It's like you have to control the ship, but you still have to steer. But you're still out looking at the horizon.
You have to steer, but you have to control the ship. That's the same thing. You have to look at the horizon.
No, okay.
You have to see the horizon in front of you.
No.
Keep chasing that horizon, girl. You're never gonna find it. Like.
No, I meant like you have to steer the ship, but you still have to look out for like oncoming. Like it's like driving. Oh, you failed. Oh. I have a driving lesson after this. It's like driving. You have to be looking ahead and looking around and checking your rearview mirror and checking your side mirror. Just so you know that. I don't know if you've done that before, but you have to do that. We also have to steer the car.
I think this is not a good metaphor. Because I don't think...
It's just because you can't drive. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was quite rude. I'm so sorry. That's a trigger.
I hope you know this whole aspect will be cut. Like... Anyway, okay, wait. I have a way to twist what you just said. You want to be comfortable behind the wheel and not be like so on edge when you're trying to pay attention to your surroundings and like. Thank you.
You're all a good driver.
Obviously, the DMV doesn't think that.
the DMV of Pasadena, California doesn't.
El Monte.
Okay, El Monte.
Anyway.
SoCal girly. We're in SoCal, right? NorCal's where? San Francisco?
Northern California. Yeah.
And then the Bay Area is like...
It's important to be comfortable and let yourself... put trust in yourself that the way you carry out your life will attract the right people into it, and like not necessarily try and like bring things in that are gonna like you think would be beneficial to you if it's like not coming easily. Because I do think, that was one of the questions on the quiz, like, do you think a relationship should be easy? And I was like, I don't think it should be easy, but if it's that hard to make, like, I don't think it should be without challenge or conflict, but if it's that difficult to, like, happen and be in your life, stay in your life, then I don't think it's, like, if it's not infecting your life in a happy way, why are you doing it?
I think relationships, on average, should be easy if it's the one you're supposed to be with, but confrontation with a loved one is never going to be easy. I think that's what at least for me, it's like, you should not have to work for a relationship, but a relationship in confrontation takes work, and you have to put in the work to save a good relationship. Mm-hmm. Like, but on day-to-day basis, you can't like...
Because there's going to be conflict with anyone in your
life.
But that's
with friendships.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like
you're never going to completely see eye to eye.
Yeah, like, being friends with people... It's like, if you have to try to be friends with someone, that ain't cute, girl. But, like, I love my friends. It's easy to be friends with my friends. I love them. But, like, confrontation sucks, and sometimes I do have to, like, okay, this is my feelings, and I'm projecting onto them. I'm having a bad day. I just need to take time and step aside. Like,
Definitely.
I did bad on my test, whatever. Like, something affected me, whatever. It's like...
But also, if you know, you happen to have a different... Sorry, you seem like you just had a spark.
It's like, it's such the thing where it's like... And I think this is so prominent, and it's like, in like life, and like, I think at our school kind of, when it's like, someone gets something that you want and work so hard for, and it's like, or like in general, something like that, like someone is better than you on a test that you studied really hard for, someone gets something that you wanted, like whatever, and it's like being happy for them, and this has like nothing to do with it, but I think it's like an interesting like thing to talk about, is like being happy for them, but also being like mourning like what you lost kind of thing. Yeah,
and that is hard to navigate, because it's like, you want to be there for them. You want to be happy
celebrate
for them,
their success.
And you don't want to be a sore loser and be like...
Or like even like be sad about like what happened to you and like take away their moment kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But it's also like important to acknowledge your own feelings.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's like it's a very tough thing to navigate, because it's you don't want to put so much fate in it, so much like let it go, let it be free, that you're just not doing anything for yourself.
Have direction towards something.
Yeah, and you're just like, it's gonna come to me, and it will. Like, I think that is such an important aspect, and maybe something that's more important for us necessarily.
You can't just let go expecting something from life. You have to have some sort of drive. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the thing where it's like, okay, you go to a party, and you're like, oh, like, I was thinking about this yesterday. I was like, oh, do I just, like, is it if I want to make connections with people, I should be going up to people and starting a conversation.
Exactly.
I don't need to be so convinced that something is going to come of it.
Exactly.
But putting myself in that situation of, like, there's nothing bad that's going to happen from going up to someone and saying hello.
Put yourself out there with no expectations. That's, like, the recipe for success.
And it's also, yeah.
But then it's also, like, you leave so much...
If you have no expectations, then that can bring things you don't want into your life.
Like negative.
Expectations about what may physically come into your life, but
no
values.
Expectations, exactly. No expectations of, like, I'm going to talk to them and they're going to love me and we're going to be famous friends.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of thing where it's, like... And I do this so much, like, projecting your own ideal reality onto someone and something is, like... Girl, I have gotten so talented at that. I am a master at projection of idealism.
And if you're not grounded in reality, then idealism is very...
dangerous.
Yeah, because it's like, I think without it though, without having this like sense of like possibility, life can get really dry and really, and you lose hope, and it's hard. But if you're not grounded in some sort of aspect of what your life holds and what is possible for you based on what you are doing with your life, then I think that is more dangerous than not being idealistic.
I also feel like you need reality. No, that's not true. I feel like to achieve your ideal state of being, you have to be realistic, because you have to know where to start from and where to go. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You have to know what you believe you're lacking and what you do have to get to the point where you're like, I feel comfortable in this. I am this person.
Like, we're never done working on ourselves. And not to say that you're like, oh, you're never perfect. Like, I mean, I think you're always you have to always accept who you are and your faults and your strengths.
There's some cool old people that might have mastered that feng shui, like, I'm who I am, I don't taste, I attract, like, and I'm always, like, there are the coolest people I've ever met. Like, I feel like I always meet them at, like, little, like, stores, or, like, even in New York.
Not even old sometimes. Like, sometimes there's people, like, teachers that I have that are, like...
Oh, so true.
Like, 45, 50, and it's, like, they are... You can just tell that they're at a place in their life where it's, like... And not to say... Oh, shoot. they're not to say that their lives are perfect. Like, I still see them struggling, but
they've
it
definitely...
is a point where they're like, they know what they want in life, what they need in life to
so cool.
keep themselves. Yeah, and I think
sick.
that's like something that
it's a level of peace that is so prominent, and it's so... I think the difference between is like them, they are at peace, and they also spread that peace on to others. I feel like that's the kind of like, ooh, I love that. Like the kind of person who's like, who I think is like, I think that kind of personality type is so rare to come by, and I think those people are like so cool and interesting.
Yeah.
Who it's like they are at peace, and they're at peace because they are okay at not being at peace. That makes no sense, but like,
no, yeah, they know that it comes and it goes, and it's not.
And they always spread peace. Like there's just like,
I think kind of going back to what we were talking about, manifesting things into your life, it's important to make decisions that you know are leading you down the right track, but let them, once you have put yourself on that track, let yourself go
down that track
and not try
thing.
to control every little bump down the road.
You have to find the road, and then once you find the road, let yourself go down that road and let it go. And
we do film in an old office, so some cute little characters that we find along the way. Maybe put that away.
Her name is Becky. Her name is Becky.
We're just doing a little selfie with Becky. Sorry to take your time away.
Our podcast is episode and then feats Becky. With first podcast is Becky.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
That's all we have for you today, folks. We should do one lengthy preamble.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay.
Okay. Let's
final wrap up.
I want to wrap this up, but I also think this is such an ongoing question for me that it's hard to,
I think next year at this time we should do a recap episode.
I think we should, because I feel like I'm at a place where I need... Shut up. All of our friends are committing right now, and I have cried a couple too many times. I'm not gonna lie.
During Cyclone, during...
Superstar?
I was a wreck. Anyways, with all that being said...
I think I'm at a place where I still, like, though I feel like I know what I want and need, and I am able to let myself, like, let that come to me to an extent, I do think I'm at a place where I'm not able, because of, like, where I am in my life, to put myself in situations where I know I would be finding what I'm looking for. That doesn't make sense.
No, it does. It does.
But
I think I'm at a point in my life where I need to work on that realism, girl. I guess I'm such an unbalanced, non-grounded person.
LOL.
Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I gotta see
but yeah, I feel like I would like comment down below. No, but I think it's interesting, like, let us know what you think. Let us know. Oh my god, my voice is actually leaving me. Let us know. That was creaky.
Anyways, so
let us know what you think is more important in your life.
I love that.
Do you think it's more, which one do you think?
Which one do you think, like, give us a percentile.
Be idealistic or take the nectar quiz.
Or take the nectar quiz and tell us what you are.
No, yeah, but let us know if you, what you think about.
Like, give me percentages, like 50% realistic, give me what you think it should be. What's yours?
I think I'm...
No, okay, give me what you are right now and what you want to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think my goal is 50-50.
Really?
Idealistic, realistic. Yeah. No, actually...
I think my goal is 60-40. 40 realistic, 60 optimistic. Because it's like, I want to be grounded in reality, but
I think you're right about that, actually.
I think what I am right now, a good 80-20.
Actually, I think I would like to be a little bit more...
Because I want hope. I want more hope than real. I don't care if that's a little... if I get hurt, I still want a little more hope.
Oh, but you think you're more realistic than hopeful.
I think I'm more optimistic than realistic.
Oh. You're at like a 70... Wait, sorry.
Right now, I think right now I'm at 80% optimistic, 20% realistic.
Okay.
And I'm keeping it so... Like, I live in hypotheticals.
I think I might be more realistic than optimistic. And I think that can get in my way. Because I'll cut something down the second I think that it's not gonna go the way I would hope for my life.
This is the thing, my 20% is like, that's not gonna happen. But what if it does? And I just let myself go down that road for too long.
Yeah, I'd say right now I'm 75 realistic. Forgets how to do math.
60%.
60%?
Realistic,
No.
40% optimistic.
I think I'm like 75% realistic. Like 25 optimistic.
Drop a little 5 in there. I'll see you. A in math class energy. Rational functions have got her shook. Okay.
Or optimistic
Anyways, thank you for watching.
Thanks for listening
Episode
to us
2
talk about
of
being
Honestly
realistic.
Hypocritical.
Cut. Catch a special guest with us soon.
Maybe the next episode we have 3 people for the 3rd episode.
3 people.
Anyways, peace out. We love you. Mwah. Yes, episode 2 done.